My name is Sanjay Gupta. I'm a cardiologist in York. Today's video is called The Silent Grief of Carers, Bearing the Weight of Love. Let me tell you about a couple I once saw in clinic. An elderly man, frail and fading, came in with his wife. She wheeled him in, gently adjusted the cushions behind his back, smiled at me and sat beside him, close enough to catch his words when he struggled to speak. We both knew he was dying. He knew it too. But she still brought him week after week. She would take off his shoes so that I could examine his feet. She would fill in the gaps when his memory faltered. And she listened so intently to every word I said, not just with her ears, but with her heart, reading between the lines, already preparing herself what would come next. And then she wheeled him home, quietly, without complaint. That is the face of carer grief, not dramatic, not loud, but unbearably heavy. What is carer grief? Carer grief isn't just about loss after death. It is the slow, aching grief of watching someone you love slowly change. It is the heartbreak of watching their world shrink while you try and hold yours together. It is the mourning that begins before the final goodbye. I was a carer for my dad, and so was my elderly mum. And I saw this in my mum, that in becoming a carer, she started losing her own identity. Many people lose their identity when they become carers. They are no longer seen as a husband, a daughter, a sister. They become the carer, the one who manages the medications, takes the calls, holds back their own tears to stay strong for someone else. They disappear into the background, even in the room where love and loss are happening. There's a unique pain in knowing what's coming, but not knowing when. Carers live with a quiet dread, a kind of emotional suspended animation. Every time the phone rings, every hospital visit, every silence that lasts a little too long, it tightens the coil of grief just a bit more. And yet carers carry on day after day. They show up in ways no one else does. They are the buffer between their loved one and the world. They're advocates, protectors, translators of pain, and keepers of dignity. But inside, many are grieving in isolation. Why must we speak of it? We talk a lot in medicine about the patient. But the carer is a patient too, in a way, a silent one. And if we do not ask, if we do not see them, they will suffer alone. Carer grief is real, and it deserves space, validation, support. So if you're a carer, much like my mum was, I want to say this to you. You matter. Your pain matters. Your love is not invisible. And to my colleagues and to the system, let's not just care for the patient. Let's care for the one who cares. Because that grief, though quiet, is sacred. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much.